Hi everyone, it's us once again, and we are
Jgirls.
and it's another episode of our broadcast, getting to know you and getting to know more about your house rule. A couple of weeks ago, we've been talking about our own house rule. We shared with you. If you've not watched any of our episodes, you can go to our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel, and you'll get to know all our house rules. But this time around, we are finding out about you. And come back as we tell you today's special guest, right? Okay, bye. See you. All right, so girls, we're talking about today's guest. Let's see, she introduced herself. So today's guest is our lovely
Eloho Efemuai.
On the show, we use auntie and uncle because we are talking about our children.
Yeah.
And we from African descent. We like our community spirit. And so we are introducing our auntie Eloho Efemuai. She's our special guest today.
Yeah.
So usually on the program we have questions that we ask our guests on their house rule and how we get to know you personally, and we'll just slide through what we do every time that we enjoy. Do we enjoy talking, laughing, cheering up? And so, CJ,
Tell us about yourself.
Ooh, tell you about myself. Okay, as I said initially, my name is Eloho Efemuai. I'm married with 3 kids. My eldest is 17, and the twins. I've got twins, a boy and a girl. They are 10 years old. Who am I? What do I do? Okay, I do. Most people say I wear different hats, so I do different things. I sing, I broadcast on the radio. I love to talk a lot, so I decided to use that talking on the radio so that I can inspire other people, give them hope. Then I also coach people. I'm like a teacher, but not a formal teacher, a coach. And what else do I do? I'm a writer as well. I love music. I love popcorn. I love salmon fish. Do you love popcorn?
Yeah.
love me there.
I love popcorn. Popcorn is like my comfort food. Yeah, so that's a bit about me.
All right. So, we always get this kind of aspect, like, were you born here and how did you get here, and getting to know all those mix between your Scottish life and your roots life. So where are you from originally?
I wasn't born here at all. I was born in Nigeria, in Warri, Delta State to be precise. But in 2006, we left Nigeria. My husband and then my 2-year-old son, we left Nigeria and we went to London. We stayed in London for about 6 months, and my husband relocated to Aberdeen because he's an engineer. So he relocated to Aberdeen to work. And then after about 3 months or so, my son then and I joined him in Aberdeen. So we lived in Aberdeen for about 10 years and then moved to Edinburgh, where we now live. But I'm a Scottish mama. I love Scotland.
By the way, I think I knew Eloho in Aberdeen, but I'm not sure I ever met her. But I met her for the first time in Edinburgh. I knew about you. I heard about you in the singing circle, but I never met you personally. I sing too, but not as. I sing most time in the shower. Anyway.
I think we all sing in the shower. Everybody sings in the shower.
I do.
Then I don't.
You should try it. You will love it. You can scream and shout. No one is listening to you. You just have fun.
So great. So we know more about you. So you have experienced both aspects back home and here. And I think that is one of the things we are trying to get our children to be enlightened about, where we are coming from and how the two cultures interact, and trying to get our kids on a balanced platform. Because one of the things that happens to a lot of kids around us from our African descent is that navigating the differences between where they are coming from and where they are now, being raised up here.
Yeah.
For those that are not born here, it's more difficult, and for those that are born here, it gets slightly confusing, especially when they start school. And so that's why we are trying to get this program on board, to enlighten them about what we are, who we are, and where we are coming from. And so you are a perfect spot on that. And today, what do you want to ask Auntie Eloho?
What are the house rules that you grew up with?
House rules. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see. Let me attempt to answer that question. Some of the house rules that I grew up with, one is to always respect your elders. Respect your elders.
Every guest we have invited, that is the first thing they say. every guest.
And then they will pull your ears like this. Respect your elders.
Look at
Respect your elders. So that's one of the very first rules. Then another rule is this one. My mother almost, oh my goodness. I used to say, there's this word, I still say it now. I'm tired. I'm tired. My mother did not like any negative words. Like, she can't catch you saying anything negative. And I was always saying, I'm tired. So as soon as I start, guess what she does? She will twist my mouth. She will twist my mouth and say, stop saying that, you know. So I learned one of the house rules we had then was always to speak positive words, you know. That's the second one. The next one was to treat people well, treat other people well, and basically just treat other people well and nice in any way. Just treat them well. Then work hard, work very hard. You must read. You have to read. My father was a lecturer, so you can imagine. We have to read books. What your mom is doing with you now, oh my goodness. My dad did double. My dad was buying books. C.S. Lewis, he had a big cupboard like this, like a library.
Encyclopedia. My dad is I'm like, what atlas? Who is reading all this? My house was like,
honestly,
I never knew the importance of that. I wish I.
I wish, do you know, I always say I wish I knew back then what my dad was doing, you know, because he made me read every day, and that was a rule in our house. Everybody had to read. What other rules? I mean, there were loads and loads of rules. Obviously, you have to dress properly. It's not this one that they do these days. If they catch you wearing something that is not, you've got to dress properly. Then this was a big one. Don't talk to boys.
Whoa! Wow! Why is that rule coming up? At what stage did that rule? At what stage did that rule come up?
I think when I was in secondary school, that was when that rule came up. When I got into maybe my first year or second year of secondary school, that was when that rule came up. But I was a naughty girl.
Yeah, but the difference between me and yourself at that point was boys were my best friends. So, there was no way I couldn't talk to them. So my mom was like,
I'll tell you a funny story, yeah? My husband was my very good friend because we were neighbors, yeah? So we were very good friends, and I knew all my husband's girlfriends then. I would even go with him to see them. So On this particular day, I think my parents had traveled and they came back that day. So immediately they came back. My husband, who was my friend then, now said, Ellie, come, let's go somewhere. So I now went with him. Oh my goodness. Hey. Everybody was looking for me. Where is this girl? Blah, 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 blah. So eventually when we got back, the two families tore apart. Yeah.
Fight.
My mother was angry that their son is spoiling me. His mom was like, it's your daughter that is spoiling my son.
Did you people tell them who was causing what?
Yeah. So that was one of the big rules. And then something else very importantly that one of the rules my dad had was always let somebody in the house know wherever you are going. Even if you were going to the backyard, even if you were going to the bathroom, you must always tell somebody. It doesn't have to be me. It might be your mom or someone in the house, but always tell somebody. Yeah, that's it. Obviously.
What do you want to say?
One time, Jed and I went outside, and then I came back home because I was bored, and I left Jed outside without thinking, and then my mom sent me to look for Jed. Meanwhile, when I was looking for Jed had come back into the house, so Mom sent Jed to look for me, and I came back into the house.
That day was scary.
And then I went to look for Jed, and then one of us came.
I almost went gaggers at that point. You know the funniest thing, when I now met both of them in the house, I just started shedding tears because I couldn't believe the stress I went through. This one goes, this one comes, this one goes, this one comes. So from that day, I said, Jed, you cannot step out of this house except Jed is with you. And if you step out of this house, you have to stay around the area because it's so.
It can be so scary, it can be.
Yes.
So.
I like them going out. I like them, but the thing is, they have to take care of each other. They have to learn to be with each other.
I just wanted to go to the house for I knew I couldn't go by myself.
Yeah, this afternoon she wanted to go to a park, and I said no.
No.
She said it more than 3 times, and the third time I said, okay, can we press delete? Press delete now.
Always let somebody know when you were going. Then this one, obviously both my parents were Anglican, so you must always read your Bible and pray. You must say the grace before every food. You must say the grace was so important, and I think it's still an important part of our lives. Yeah, those are some of the rules that we have. Do you want more? That we had back that I grew up with?
Oh, she said I sometimes say when nobody says it. So, girls, let's have a quick summary. Auntie's rule so far is respect. Second is tell someone where you're going. Third is study. Fourth is don't talk to boys.
You will like that one.
Read your Bible and say your prayers when you eat. And so
treat other people right.
Treat other people well. So respect.
No negative words.
No negative words. That was it. No negative words. So so see yourself, and I think that's one of the things I have always also hammered on in this house, right? And so once I hear, I think it was yesterday, this morning she came with one odd one when after we said our morning devotion. So when she said it, I said, "Are you like that?" Are you like that? She asked me, wait. I said, so I said, always analyze yourself. All right, so thank you for that. We'll always remember that. And I think from that, it should lead us graciously to the next question. And the next question is, you've given us about 6 to 7 house rules you grew up with. How has those house rules, how have they influenced you today as an adult?
Okay, I mean, the one about don't speak negative, it really shaped my life, and I'm still big on positive words. I mean, my kids usually will come with all sorts. Not good. No. Stop saying that. So I don't twist their mouths like my mom used to twist my mouth. but immediately I just nip it in the bud. So that has really helped me, and it has also helped me see the positives in life. Like right now, I'm on a 30-day gratitude challenge. It's not that, because we all have things that bothers us, that disturbs us, but I have chosen that for the next 30 days, I will intentionally look for what to be thankful for. And that is what that rule has done for me, to always look on the brighter side. There's always hope. As long as there's life, there is hope. You may be in a situation today that you're not happy about, but you don't need to stay there. If you look closely, you will find out that there's something to be grateful for. And if you keep focusing on the things that you don't have, you like you said just now about you are telling God that he's not beautiful. Paraphrase. If you keep focusing on the things that you don't have, you're telling God that he's not a good God, So for me, that rule has really shaped my life. It is helping me. It's still helping me till date. And I'm also trying to transfer it to my kids so that they can do away with all those negative Nancy feelings and words and all of that. Yeah.
I think those feelings are something that naturally comes to us.
Yeah.
Human, and one of the things we have to do is to keep combating them and trying to stop. Even as an adult, you still have those feelings.
Lots of them.
Like I was telling you that I thought I scheduled the program. You can imagine how I felt. Oh my God, if somebody was waiting at 4:00, that was just feel so messed up. You understand? And so you have to keep working on that. So thank you so much.
There's something I usually say, you know how birds fly? Birds can fly over your head. You can't do anything about those birds, But if they say, okay, I want to build a nest on Jed's head or Jemima's head, you will say, no way, go away, don't stay on my head. So it's the same thing with all those thoughts. They will always come, but you don't give them the room to now stay and live in your heart, and you now start feeling bad. And so I just wanted to add that.
Okay, so so that's a very important rule. So the rule of the words you speak had really influenced you.
Yes.
So what other rule has influenced you growing up?
Yeah, I think another rule is treating people right. Yeah. I made up my mind that I was going to treat people better than the way they treat me. I don't know if you understand that, And then even the Bible says treat other people as the way you want to be treated. So that rule has stuck with me. I try my best. We are human beings, so sometimes I may not treat people nice, but
you don't treat me nice always, so forget about it.
That's why I had to say it, because I know your mommy will come after me, But
I'm trying to be the first one that will do it now.
But if people come to me and say, Eloho, this is what you did and I didn't like, genuinely, I will say I'm sorry. And then I will make amends, because we all have different personalities and characteristics, but usually it's other people who see us, because so you might feel that what I'm doing is right. Do you understand? But it takes the other person to point out to you that, hey, sister, this thing you did was not nice, So that rule has stayed with me, and I'm trying my best. Where I get it wrong, quick, I'm sorry, please forgive me. One of my friends says, you are always saying sorry, just don't do it. I'm like, I don't know.
That's what I always tell Jamie. Jamie, you're always saying sorry. Don't be again.
Jamie, it's okay. Just be saying sorry. You mean it.
I want to thank you so much. How you see that the house rule we grew up with always influences us. Just imagine all the house rules we have been trying to build inside you, the 12 house rules we have. Imagine growing up and telling your children and telling other children, these are the house rules I grew up with. How would you feel?
Feel a little bit weird because I think I have to start doing.
Yeah, but as an adult, if you have to sell somebody, this is the house rule. Just like Auntie Eloho is telling you, how would you feel about it? Jamie, when you grew up and like Auntie Eloho and you're telling somebody, how would you feel about the house rules you grew up with?
Good.
you you feel good,
Happy that I
exactly.
had them.
Yeah, so you'll be happy that you had those kind of house rules that helped you to build something else. And we are adding more house rules as we listen to all these
Yeah.
other to us. Okay, good. The next question, little J.
What rules do you use at your current home?
What rules do you use at your current home?
Hey, plenty. Say sorry. Be nice. Wash your plates. Make your bed.
You're completely on the screen. They hate me so much that they're like, oh my god, this same thing is happening in other houses.
So it's not only your mom. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. Tidy up. Tidy up. Pick up that bed. Pick up that shoe.
Did you hear that? Did you hear it? So it's not the one that does it. Now that makes you all relax that all parents are doing it. And it won't make mommy feel like a little monster, right?
Then what's the other one? We actually have a poster or flyer, with our house rules. So I'm just remembering a few, but always help one another. Yeah, be kind to everybody. Be crazy. You can be crazy. Sometimes just do crazy stuff, and always say sorry and help. I've talked about helping, yeah, and supporting one another, yeah. And those are some of the house rules that we have now. Of course,
Respect, right? And a lot of house rule is just similar to ours, and all our 12 house rules can just be summarized into the things you said, right? And I think the biggest of all the house rule is the love that binds you together.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest. That's the biggest umbrella covering of a house rule. Love binds us together as a family.
Yeah. There's one house rule we have: no one left behind. No
so
one left.
What's that about?
That means you must support every person in the house. Wherever we are going, we'll go. Even if it's the wrong place, all of us will go together. Then we'll correct ourselves. But really, no one left behind. If we're going to say we want to watch a movie, everybody must be there. If we want whatever we want to do, everybody must be there and partake of it. Yeah.
That's
That's the big one.
And that can be unity from our own house.
Yeah.
That's unity from our house. So because we have can you mention our 12 house rules? Honesty, responsibility, respect, walk away, think before you act, stop, hugs, love.
We've got hugs as well.
Yeah, forgiveness, words, the kind of words we speak to each other, and we have two more. Respect, and the last one, I've said responsibility, and the last one should be unity. I've said walk away. The last one is unity. And so these are the house rules that we put together, and every parent we've spoken to have said something in line with this 12 specific house rule, and we see that it is just the same.
It's universal, it's universal.
That happens in other homes, and so that's very nice. Thank you for that. And my next, your question, right? What's your next question?
What inspires you to keep going when things get tough?
What inspires me to keep going?
Yeah, when things get tough.
Okay, so this is something I usually teach people. You have to have a strong why. You have to have a strong purpose and a strong goal, so that when things are rough, when things are challenging, you remember your why. Why am I doing this? So that is what keeps me going, my why.
Sorry, I'm so sorry I laughed. You know when you said goals, I looked at that because the last two speakers have mentioned goals as things are inspiring them. And I'm like, oh my God. So immediately you just said that. I looked at that, I just forced it to laughter.
So that's what inspires me, my goals, my dreams, my visions, my why.
And I think I'm not going to talk too much about that because that's the same thing we've been talking about every week. One of the things that happen to the kids of today is because a lot of them don't have a why. You understand? So last week's speaker was saying that when you ask kids what do they want to become, and 1 year they want to be a lawyer, the next year they want to be a mechanic, the next year they want to be a policeman. The next you want to be a carpenter, and you're asking, okay, what is the reason behind? What's the why? Why does your goal keep shifting? And I think one of the things that before the school year started, I was asking Big J, what are your goals? And it was like we are climbing a mountain. We are climbing a mountain. It's just a simple thing. Just get, what do you want?
What do you want? Yeah, it's so important, and that's one of the things that we need to help our kids with. I remember recently, a couple of weeks ago, this same question I asked Josh and Amy. Honestly, I was completely blown away by their responses. I wasn't expecting what they shared with me. I thought they were going to go the normal route. Oh, I want to be a dancer. But they started saying Josh wants to put a smile on people's face or something. Honestly, I had to record it on video because I'm like, I'll give it as evidence. It was so meaningful, both of them, and I was really impressed. I was like, okay, thank God, it means I'm doing something right.
And I think it's when those kind of feedback comes that you are happy that as parents, something is getting down and something is being transferred to them, and that's very nice. So goals again, the why you are doing something. The goals might be different from the why. You understand? So the why is
my goal is to be a neurosurgeon. Why?
Is exactly. So my goal is to be a neurosurgeon. Why? Because I want to help people.
Exactly.
So, okay, all right. So let's go to the last question so we can let Auntie go. So the last question we have for you. Oh, we still have two more. Sorry. The advice. The next question we have for you is tell us about your hero.
My hero. My hero, will be my mom. I know she's not alive now. In fact, I went on an interview and they said, if I had the power to bring anybody back, who would I bring? I said, my mom.
My mom.
Yeah, I would bring my mom because she is my hero. My mom was selfless. My mom was hardworking. My mom was entrepreneurial. My mom was generous. You know, she loved God with a passion. She loved God and doctors. She really loved doctors then, you know. But yes, my mom is my hero.
So you see, we have the best heroes. Me and Auntie Eloho. It's our mom that is our hero.
Everyone that we've invited have said their parents.
Yes, she said everyone we have invited has mentioned their parents as their hero.
She said
her dad. Yeah.
Auntie
Joy said Daniel and her dad. And then
Auntie Laura said
your
mom. And you said your mom.
I said my mom. You see. All right. So let's quickly, Auntie Laura, finally, what are the advice you have for kids today?
Okay. The advice I have for kids today, we've talked about goals and why. So first of all, you must have a why. You must have a why. You must build and develop resilience, because as you're growing up, you will face challenges, and it's not because we want you to face challenges, it's just that challenges are a part of life. But see them as a stepping stone, see them as a step to climb to your next level, and then always treat people right, because you never know. Treat people right, treat them better than they treat you. Love God with all your heart, and enjoy yourself, enjoy where you are on the way to where you are going. Don't be so focused on, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer, that you forget to enjoy your everyday life. So enjoy you are on the way to where you are going. And
Auntie Lanle said, enjoy being a kid. Just enjoy
being a kid. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Do you have any other thing you want to say to Auntie before she leaves? No, really. So I think we've learned a lot from this interview, just like every other guest we've had on the show. And we want to thank you, kids at home. The advice is the same. Have a goal. Treat other people with respect. Enjoy yourself while you are a kid. Try to be honest, be kind. Study. That's a big one. So study. And so we want to say thank you to Eloho.
Thank you so much for having me.
We want to say, okay, thank you, Eloho. and we'll just round up while you leave.
Okay, bye. Bye, Jgirls.
Bye. And so we want to say thank you for joining us today on this edition of Reading with John. Our lovely guest was Eloho, and we want to say see you next time as we bring up another guest on the show. Bye.
Bye.